Hello everyone, it is Jayden and welcome to The Alpha, the show where we talk about the hottest topics in pop culture and sports. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button on the video, and if you enjoy my commentary and myself truly as always, be sure to tap that subscribe button and to hit that notification bell to get notified when all my videos go live. I love you guys so much. Peace, love, and positivity always, y'all. See ya. Alan Ritchson, a very prominent figure in the DC fans world, in the pop culture media world of fan casts in regards to casting the DCU's Batman. So I was working this weekend and, scrolling through the Twitter world, and there was an article. Obviously, Alan Ritchson got interviewed by Variety, and he pretty much confirmed that he has discussed with James Gunn about taking the role of the Caped Crusader himself in the DCU and Batman. And here's what he had to say by Variety. And this is the reporter in the bold text here asking him the question. Speaking of what you've got coming, there are some Batman rumors doing the rounds online following some comments from James Gunn about him being a fan of yours. Are you aware of this? Alan Ritchson went on to say, well, it's not rumor that James Gunn is a fan. He said it himself. And I am, and am I a fan of James Gunn? Absolutely. I don't want to mislead people. Words have been exchanged about Batman, but I strongly don't think that Batman is in my future. I do think there is something in my future with DC, and I would like that to remain true. All right, so what does this potentially mean for the casting of Batman? Let's put the Robert Pattinson stuff to rest. James Gunn is looking for somebody to play Batman. And I do think if Alan Ritchson didn't get the job, and if James Gunn didn't want to consider him to play the role, I have an idea that James Gunn probably already knows what he wants and who he is potentially looking at to be cast as the Batman in the DCU. Or this may be a thing to where what James Gunn has said in the past about him not wanting to start castings and all that stuff until you got a good script and things of that nature, because we do know that the DCU's Batman script and all that is not quite done right yet. James Gunn has been in the media talking about this vividly, saying he doesn't quite know where he wants the DCU's Batman story to go at the moment. I imagine he is having some very troubling time trying to deviate and make it and differentiate essentially the difference between Robert Pattinson's Batman and the upcoming DCU Batman. But that's neither here nor there. So I do think that James Gunn might have an idea who he wants to play, who he wants to cast as the Caped Crusader and Batman. But kind of sucks. Alan Ritchson was like one of my top 3 that I would want to play Batman. If you have not watched him in Reacher, he looks like an absolute specimen of a man. I think he could potentially knock out definitely the Batman part and the Bruce Wayne part. He has the look. He just looks like a superhero. The man just needs to play some superhero. He needs to play some superhero role in the DC universe or Marvel. He's got to get a job. The man is just absolutely jacked. He did play Aquaman in Smallville years ago. I would love James Gunn to possibly entertain that in the future with maybe him playing Aquaman in the DCU. I would have totally be down to that. But now it's a little, heartbreaking. I wouldn't say heartbreaking. It's a little disappointing to already know that James Gunn has pretty much knocked that idea out. I just think Alan Ritchson, he just has the look for just playing a person and a comic book character like Batman. It kind of sucks. But I don't know. I don't know who he could possibly have in the conversations with as playing Batman. We've seen the casting rumors. Alan Ritchson has been part of it. The guy who plays in The Boys, and he actually voice act he voice act Batman in the animated series stuff for DC. I think it's Jensen Ackles. He's been in consideration for it. There's another guy who's been in consideration for it. So there's been some names, along with Alan Ritchson. They've been surfacing the internet for being in consideration for being the Batman. But we've already got one saying it isn't going to happen. So it's going to be interesting to see how the casting breaks down. And another argument you can make about this is, maybe he's still thinking about the DCU Robert Pattinson thing. I don't think he is. I think that James Gunn has been very just vocal about this. He's not doing Robert Pattinson's Batman in the same universe as the DCU. It's just not happening. I don't think it should happen because I'm beating a dead horse here, and I've said it multiple times. I like the idea of Robert Pattinson's Batman universe. I think it's special and unique in its own right, and I just don't think it would be able to mesh in the same DC universe with the Superman that we currently have with David Cornsweet. I don't even see Robert Pattinson and David Cornsweet's characters having good chemistry on camera. It's the world's finest. It needs to be very good when it comes to dynamic and chemistry. So it's good to see that James Gunn looks like he may be doing the rounds to casting the character. But one name has already been knocked out of the list to play Batman. It's going to be interesting to see. I do imagine we may possibly be getting some casting rumors. Maybe, I would say, after Christmas. I think after Christmas is like a very, very good timetable and timeline, I could say, and consider, and be very, what's the word I'm looking for? I can be very certain that we may be hearing stuff about Batman and potentially Wonder Woman and some casting updates, and James Gunn getting the screenwriting done, screenplay, scripts done, all that good jazz, and they're just moving on to the casting portion of production. But we're just going to have to wait and see. That is just my quick thoughts on that. I just wanted to hit on it. I saw it in the media, and I just wanted to give my quick 2 cents on that to end off tonight's show. What do you guys think? Does it suck that Alan Ritchson is pretty much already confirmed that he spoke with James Gunn about playing Batman, but he's pretty much been cut out of that? Who do you think should play Batman? I want to know all of your comments down below.